Hey, welcome to another episode of the of the post opposite goal post dog. Otherwise, Thabo, how are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm fresh, bro, and I'm good. How you doing? How you, Gren?
I'm okay, bro. I'm okay, man. We caught a huge L on Sunday as United supporters. 5-0, dog.
Disgusted, bro. I'm disgusted. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't. Let's not even talk about that.
Yeah. So let's return to basketball. At least with basketball, we're not catching too many L's. Other than okay, even your team, the Lakers. 4 games, 2 wins, 2 losses. Hey man, what's your take on the team, bro?
Like always say, like I think I always say, it's still early stages. No one cares about like the season. Just make it to the playoffs. But chemistry wise, I'm sure you saw the video with
Yeah.
AD and Dwight. Everyone is probably talking about that.
Oh my
But I think
God.
it's gonna pass by, bro. It's just a moment, just a moment.
Yeah.
Especially after that list came out. I think after that list came out, it caused a bit of beef. So I'm sure.
Yeah. But my thing is that why does it cause beef? At the end of the day, we know that Dwight is a beast. I know personally that he is one of the greatest centers to ever play the game. Prime Dwight Howard was unstoppable, bruh.
It's unstoppable.
Yeah,
Man. Honestly speaking, I also feel a bit touched. Like if you were,
yeah,
I think it was I was watching First Take, one of the
yeah.
videos on First Take, and they were talking about it. I think it was Jace saying that at one point Dwight Howard was being talked about as the most prime, as the best player in the world, and this was during an era where they had Kobe, they had LeBron, the Dwayne Wade, all of those guys were just on their prime, and we were talking about it, and it got me thinking on how in '96 when Shaq was selected in this list, I think it was a top top 50 in
Yeah.
'96, and Shaq was the youngest player ever to be selected in that list. And if you look at the numbers, dude,
Mm.
it's a bit unfair. But I said it. We need to investigate some of these plays, man. We need to really investigate some of these plays.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a favoritism type of thing. When it comes to the media, Dwight is not really favored by quite a lot of these guys, as much as other guys. And he's being disrespected. I even saw who's this guy, Lou Williams,
Um,
tweeted. Lou was like, Dwight is being disrespected big time. And when you look at his individual accolades as compared to a lot of those guys on that list, they come nowhere near him. You know, and here he is, yeah, outside of the list.
funny thing today I heard is the list from the top 50. I think the top 50 players didn't change since '96. And I'm like,
Hmm.
how is that possible? The game has changed, it has evolved. You're saying some of these players aren't as good as I like. You know what? We'll leave it like that. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, that's why this thing of these lists is very tricky because it's different eras, and I feel like our era right now has a lot of skilled bowlers.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like that list needs to change.
Yeah.
Guys like, for instance, I feel like Giannis, when he retires, he should be ahead of a lot of power forwards on that list when he retires because already his CV looks dope, and he's still young, and he's still going to add more to that CV. So I just
But
feel like, yeah.
but
So
in your opinion, do you agree putting him now on the list?
ish,
Now on the list.
nah,
Remember, they're gonna
nah,
give it to the top 100 in the next 25 years. Whether he's
yeah,
in it or not in it, is it okay to put him now on the list? That's the real question.
nah. I don't think now per se. Even though, man, Giannis' CV is like, if you retire, he's a Hall of Famer. Oh,
Of
Giannis
course.
Antetokounmpo. Actually, bruh, ish. Giannis is dope, bro. Like, like he's better than a lot of power forwards on that list, in my
100%.
opinion. Yeah, he's
We're not
better,
disputing,
bro.
we're not disputing that. Like it's
Yeah,
it's it's a matter of who do you put now on the list. I disagree in terms of how they did it. And we're gonna take the
yeah,
top 50 guys, the 50 guys we already had. We're just gonna throw them onto the list, and we're gonna give uh, anyone who was drafted from '96 until today. We will pick the next 25. Like
yeah.
what
That
kind
is
of what kind
unfair,
of
man.
that was just ridiculous. I was like, you know what? Sometimes
Yeah,
you just need to let it go, bro. The NBA media, like
yeah.
you said, we have no control over it.
Yeah, it's like even Kyrie Irving, bro. Like, I mean, a lot of people were talking about Kyrie Irving not being on that list. Kyrie is, especially when it comes to the skill component of basketball. He's one of the most
Basketball.
skilled
Thank
ballers
you.
ever to play the game. Even Jason Tatum said, bro, when they were interviewing him, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, he's like, bro, Kyrie Irving is the most skilled guy I've ever seen in my life. This dude is just on another level when it comes to skill set. And he plays a poster game. Most of the time, he's always into defenders. And at his size, he shouldn't be even playing like that. He thinks he's 6'8", but he's not even 6'8", yet still, he's still able to get the ball in the hoop, bruh,
Uh,
comfortably and effortlessly. Yeah.
like I gave up. I was like, you know what? Screw this list.
Yeah.
Some people. I think I told you. I think last year, some of these people we just need to go back and investigate. Let's see if there's some
Yeah.
videos available, just some videos available of these guys playing and doing some magical things. How many
Yeah.
European players are on that list?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, that's true. But for me, there's a lot of bias. Like a lot of these guys are biased, to what they like. And yeah, man, like it's. I just feel like, man, players shouldn't be even concentrating on that list because I mean, if you are a person who is not really liked by the media, and like for instance the Kyrie, or with what's going on with him not wanting to get a jab, of course there will be a bit of friction from a lot of these guys. But yeah, man, like Westbrook, I mean, at least he almost dropped the triple double this morning. I mean, he was on
yeah.
fire. Like for me personally, I just think you're right. It's still early days for the Lakers. We can't just draw a conclusion. And yeah, man. Next question, bro, that I was gonna ask you. I saw a report, rumors rather, that the
Yeah.
Nets are planning to trade Kyrie to the Lakers for Westbrook, bro. What's your take on that?
Uh, Kyrie would love that. Don't get it wrong. I think Kyrie, as a personal player, would love that. But
Mm,
LeBron is not going to go back on what he's already created. That's what I
yeah,
personally think. He's not going to go back and say, let's trade him for Kyrie. You know, it's
yeah.
a good trade. Vice versa, everybody benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Old players play with their old teammates. It's in just new teams. It's just a nice vibe to it. But LeBron personally is not gonna do it. He's definitely not gonna do it. Today was a perfect example, like we saw.
Yeah.
Um, Without LeBron, Kyrie can be. I mean, Westbrook can be as effective, can be that player that we want him to be. And that counts as a W. We need to always remember that X. That always counts as a W at the end of the day. Like you said, it's 2-2. And without LeBron, they just won the game. LeBron gets a day off, gets a couple of days off. Can he recover? Yes, no. Maybe you go on the road with the easy games, or maybe even go on the road with hard games, but you just still know you have your AD, you have Kyrie, you have Melo. The bench is looking nice. A bench Monk coming back it's just always a bonus for a team. But yeah, I don't I don't want the trade to go through. It must just as much as I love Kyrie, the trade mustn't go through
Yeah.
though.
Yes, see, bro. For me, bro, hey, it'll be interesting if it does go through because I feel like the Lakers would it would benefit them more to get Kyrie, in my opinion. because of how he plays. I mean, he can shoot the three very well, and right now they don't really have a lot of guys who can shoot the three that well. And as well, we all know what he can do with the ball. He's a magician with the ball. And when it's time to close out games, he's one person who we know can do that comfortably. So for me,
Yeah.
it I'm not saying I'm not throwing any shots at Westbrook because I do think he's a phenomenal point guard. It's just that from a balance, because I'm always about balance, bro. Like I really don't care as long as there is balance within the team. I always go for that. And even for the Nets, I mean Westbrook, where he lacks, KD and Harden excel at. You know what I mean? And so I feel like it is a win-win situation. But of course, we'll just have to see how things pan out, bro. But it would be insane if that deal goes through. Wow, it would be a
I agree
shock.
with
Yeah.
you. I
Mm,
agree with everything you said, right? I agree with everything you said. But one thing I really like, you said about balance. You spoke about balance,
mm,
And I think with what I saw yesterday of Westbrook being Westbrook, they need that fast, intensive player in the team. You look at the lineup, you look at the bench. Man can run it, but how fast can you run it? You need to play the fast break now and again, for the one-on-one
yeah.
game. And Westbrook is a perfect player. But Kyrie, it's all about getting the ball, handles, 1-2, crossover. Uh, I'm going to finish in front of everybody else, or I'm gonna kick it out.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. As I mentioned, I don't mind it if it does go through. But at the same
Yeah.
time, personally, I think it's just too early in the season for us to say yes. Let's go through with it. Let's see what Kyrie decides first,
Yeah, of
before
course.
before the All Star games. That's when
Yep.
the guys can probably make the trades again. At the All Star game, you can make a decision whether it's working out or it's not working out. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
no, that's true. And as well, I mean, you also have a situation with the 76ers also having a huge issue with Ben Simmons right now. So
Ben
we really
too.
don't know how things are gonna pan out, bro. And then, bruh, I know I didn't have this as part of the topics that we're going to discuss, but with Dame Lillard, he's off to a very slow start this season, eh? Like
Hey.
it's unlike him to play the way he is playing. But do you think maybe psychologically he may not be there at Portland Trail Blazers, or do you think it's just maybe he's just trying to get the feel of the season and will maybe pick up maybe 5 to 6 games going in?
Personally, honestly speaking, I think it's just too much happening in Portland right now, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's just too much. You look at the team, nothing much changed. The
Mm-hmm.
team, nothing much the same. You have the same team that's been playing in the playoffs probably for the past 3 to 4 years now.
Yeah.
You need to bring in players, and he's also thinking about what the other players or other teams in the league are doing. They're either drafting a good player or they're either trading for a good player. And unfortunately, in Portland, there's only two players that are valuable or really are valuable, and it's either
Yeah.
you lose CJ or you lose Dame at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also with the whole Chelsea Billups as the coach, I think he's just getting
Hey.
used to the new system. Whatever system these guys are trying to play at the moment, it looks like it's more suitable for CJ because I'm seeing
Yeah.
CJ right now. I don't know. Maybe it's CJ shining and it's putting Dame aside or mentally or something like that. But right now he's not in Portland. He's not in Portland mentally. I don't think so personally. But as I always say, Nakon, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's the start of the season. Start of the season. You're getting back to playing with teams, getting back to playing in front of the crowd as well.
Yeah.
So that makes a huge difference. And 72 games, bro. I don't know, 72 this year again.
No, it's 80. It's
So
82 still. Isn't it
82
82?
again.
Yeah, it's
Are
82.
they,
Yeah.
are they going back? If it's 82, then
Yeah.
it's dope, man. Like they have all the time in the world. And you think about
Yeah.
how if they really had those 10 games last season, how many teams would have not made it in the playoffs? Just those
True.
10 games.
Yeah. I know you make a valid point there, dog. Because I feel like some teams who just scraped through wouldn't even have had a chance, to make it into the playoffs, bro. Like for instance, the Celtics, we were on a downhill uh, spiral. We were just going downhill. In those 10 games, I think we would have most probably not even made it into the playoffs. But yeah, man, and the three unbeaten teams, bro. Are
Yeah.
they the real deal or are they capping? I mean, it's the
Um.
Jazz. It's the Jazz, Golden State, as well as the Bulls. So between those
Yeah.
three teams, Brad, like, do you think that it's just early season, vibes, like, it is spring in water type of thing? Yeah,
Dude. Okay, so when it comes to the Bulls, they're
yeah.
capping. We're not gonna lie with the Bulls,
And you for
but
real, though. You
but
don't see
they can.
them. Yeah,
But they not as a champion. I don't see them as a championship contending team. I see them as a
yeah,
playoff making team. Maybe past the first round, but second round, nah. Third round, finals,
yeah,
conference finals, nah.
yeah.
Well, Golden State, yeah, Golden States are looking too nice. Everybody's
Dude,
looking nice. One day it's Lee, next day it's Poole. Next,
they,
so you just never know who's gonna show up within the team, and they're consistent. And Clay can come back Christmas time, all the
mm,
same. I, I believe in Clay Thompson as one of the purest and one of the top 75 players in the NBA.
yeah,
Quotes.
dog.
No cap on that, man. Like, one top 75 players in the NBA. Um,
Yeah,
he comes back and he's gonna make them very nice. And Wiggins is playing his role. I think this season,
yeah,
mentally in the team, he's mentally focused on I need to just go all out. Wiggins
yeah.
is looking very nice. Utah, mm, Utah. I like the addition of Whitesell.
Yeah,
I like the
Hassan.
addition of Whitesell 100% as a
Yeah,
backup for Kobe. Like it's like
yeah,
really he's like the same type of player you're putting in, but he's just gonna give you half the effort. But
yeah,
still he's gonna give you the effort. But at the same time, nah. Um, Second round, definitely. Luckily, if they make it to the conference finals, they are lucky to make it there. That means they had a really good run and a really tough play. But otherwise, nah, man. I think Golden State right now is just out of those unbeaten teams are looking nice. They will get beaten though. They'll get really
yeah.
beaten, like unexpectedly by maybe like a small team though, a small team. But they're nice. They're nice.
No, that's true, bro. Like I think Golden State, bro. Out of those three teams, Golden State is just on another level, bro. They're playing as a unit. That's another thing, and of course they play small ball, so ball movement, and as well, Steph Curry's off the ball movement is so underrated,
Dangerous.
bro. Like that guy pulls so
Dangerous.
many players. Like I'm not sure if you watched. I think it was the game that that took place today. I forgot who they played against. But there was against OKC against that guy, man. What's his name? Shea Gilgis, out
Hey,
Alexander. Yeah, I mean, like they were trying to double team him all the time. Every time he gets the ball, they double team him. Then there's a play where he literally was at the corner and then he ran inwards into the paint and he drew like two defenders and that left Lee on his own. And so what's nice this season with uh, the Warriors is that the role players are also getting their shots in. So they're not heavily reliant on Steph to score 45 every single night. At times, like you said, it's Lee. At times, it's Jordan Poole. It's like
yeah,
it's good to see, bruh. I enjoy teams where everyone contributes. And
yeah,
yeah, man, like yeah, like so far with me, so good as far as ball is concerned. And then last question with regards to James Harden, bruh. Like Harden as well. He also looks a bit rusty. Is it because the rules have changed? You know, the foul rules. I mean, remember he used to benefit a lot by going to the line, and this time around, the calls that he used to get in the past, he's no longer getting them. Do you think maybe that's the reason why maybe he's not doing well at the moment?
Yeah, slow starts. I think so. He's just adjusting it, but give him
Hmm.
time. I think probably after game 10, after like the 10th game in the season, he'll have it
Yeah.
he'll have it figured out. He'll have it
Hmm.
figured out. He won't be taking as much threes, but on he'll be taking a lot of deep twos, but and one
Yeah.
twos. And where he'll be able to go to the free throw line and make a 3-point play on it. But it's early days, bro. It's early days. He's gonna adjust to it. Like we even know if Kyrie comes in, if he comes back, is he gonna be less on the ball now? You know, if he's less on the ball, you barely have your eyes on him as a defender. So
Yeah.
definitely you can foul him anytime.
Yeah, no, that's true, bro. Like I fully agree, bro. Like right now it's very difficult. That's why I'm not even gonna do a rookie like a rookie of the year nominee, MVP nominee yet because it's still early, bro. We can't just
Yeah.
jump to conclusions and say Steph Curry is gonna win MVP the way the media has been trying to push that narrative, It's still early. It's even with my team, the Celtics, they lost the first two games and they won the next two. Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, doing their things. It's still early days. I can't even say that we suck yet, until when maybe after 15 to 20 games, where that's when we start seeing that who is going to make the All-Star team. But yeah, so far, man, I'm enjoying the NBA. The Bulls are gonna play against their first tough opposition, which are the New York Knicks, because the Knicks are looking hella dope as well. So I mean,
Yeah.
right now they're 4-0. Let's see if they're gonna make it 5-0.
I believe for the betters out there, definitely I'll put my money on the Bulls against the Knicks. They're just looking way too nice. They're looking balanced. They're looking unselfish. They're
Yeah,
looking they're looking like a basketball team. Like what you want from a
yeah,
basketball team. And there's no one you can say is a star right now in the Bulls.
yeah, and as well defensively, bro. Like they're so sound defensively. I mean, teams
Yeah,
aren't scoring. They're finding it hard to score against them. That's another thing that I like about the Bulls. They basically just playing as a unit. Caruso leads the league in steals. Like it's incredible, bro, how things are transpiring that side. It's as if these guys all were like, hey, let's join together, join forces, and just try our best to win the chip, and then have the championship banner there in the rafters. Yeah. Yo, are you still there,
yeah, they're
bro?
going to win. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was just double checking. I thought you had frozen there, bro. But yeah, Thabo Talk, like that's pretty much the
No, no, no.
episode for today. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was just saying, bro, this today's episode, bro, it's nice, short, sweet, straight to the point. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. This is the post up, and we out.
Peace
Peace.
out.